Male role models ain't what they used to be. J&B blended Scotch whiskey. This commercial's gonna be quite manly, surely. It's whiskey.
She may be the face I can't forget.
Okay, maybe not then.
Maybe the beauty or the beast. Maybe the famine or the feast.
Still not grasping in any way how this is connected to whiskey.
Era of my dreams.
Behold our newest ad campaign, and you're sure this will help us sell more whiskey? Whiskey? Turns out the old man was practicing so he'd know how to put makeup on his transgender grandson.
The way and wherefore I'm alive. The one I'll care for through the rough.
A heartwarming traditional Christmas family story if ever I saw one. And again, what has any of this got to do with whiskey? Your guess is as good as mine. Whiskey? Brought to you by J&B Scotch. You're gonna need it. I think Dolce & Gabbana tried to make the dude in their new ad look hyper-masculine. But their interpretation of hyper-masculine seems to be a bit different from mine. Virgin Airlines managed to tick a lot of boxes in their latest ad.
I don't bang a different angle and so
Okay, looks like we've covered everyone else. Can we get a straight white man flying the plane?
shout out.
Oh, you thought diversity and inclusivity included you? Well, think again. I'm afraid that box is going to remain unticked. Look at the male role models the regime promotes. Harry, Prince of Simps. He's literally turning into the physical embodiment of that soy-faced Wojak.
Beyonce just texted. Really mad.
When Beyonce texts you and you gasp, we're really being starved of strong male role models. Our sports professionals spend half their time genuflecting, kneeling to and whining over cringe nonsense.
Take the knee as they continue in the face of hostility to ask for equality for all races.
Throwing hissy fits because they're not allowed to wear rainbow armbands. Dressing up like schoolgirls for front page magazine shoots. It even extends to the geopolitical level. They get Putin. We get Zelensky. What the deep state sees when confronted with Zelensky's images versus what the American people see. Support Ukraine by turning off your Christmas lights for an hour.
Alright, gay.
That's guaranteed to vanquish the Kremlin war machine. Take that, Putin! Just thank God for the US military. Pearl Harbor 1941, Pearl Harbor 2022. Masculinity is under assault from every perceivable angle. But one of the solutions arrives in the form of today's video sponsor, testosterone. Our environment is polluted with all kinds of crap that's turning men feminine. Estrogenic chemicals in plastics, bisphenol A. Testosterone rates have been declining at a rate of 1% every single year. Sperm counts are decreasing exponentially. Studies show that in the last 50 years there's been an overall 32.5% decrease in mean sperm concentration. And despite our modern gym culture, men are measurably weaker than they were just a generation ago. Researchers measured grip strength, how strongly you can squeeze something, and pinch strength, how strongly you can pinch something between two fingers. Of 237 healthy full-time students aged 20 to 34 in universities in North Carolina, and especially among males, the reduction in strength compared to 30 years ago was striking. They want you demoralized, they want you weak, they want you low T. Solutions: high quality sleep, regular weightlifting, good diet, good mindset, and crucially testosterone. FDA approved, 95% ultra high purity. I've been taking testosterone for about 2 months now, and I've had noticeably great results. More energy, especially in the mornings, improved stamina, less stress and fatigue, better focus and concentration. Overall, it helps you become the best and most masculine version of yourself. It also works for women because it's non-hormonal. But hey, don't take my word for it. Go and read the reviews from other customers. 98% of them are 5-star. You can try it risk-free with their 30-day money-back guarantee. If you want improved muscle, strength and libido all in one pill, boom! Check out testosterone via the link below and use the discount Paul, that's me, for 10% off. And remember, by supporting my sponsors, you support me directly. While regime brainwashing elevates models and modes of masculinity that are the polar opposite of it, they continue to vilify and demonize normal expressions of manhood as toxic masculinity. They monstered Andrew Tate into near oblivion because, oh God forbid, He told young men to be confident. Then they ring-fence acceptable expressions of masculinity, all of which are either totally pathetic or completely self-destructive. When they say transhumanist, they don't mean turning you into Superman, they mean modifying you into a castrated gimp, which is incapable of rebellion. Oh my god, thank you for giving me a personality! I'm literally just a disgusting beer.
This is the only six-pack you should be working on.
I have no clue why I'm depressed. Must be genetic. Report: overweight men last longer in bed than skinny men. Last longer at what? Stuffing their face with potato chips. Not an eating competition, is it? Deutsche Bank says we need an eco-dictatorship to force people to stop eating meat to save the planet. Hey, are you aware that vegan diets like vitamins A, B6, B12, D, F, K2 and CLA, carnitine, carnosine, cholesterol, CoQ10, creatine, hermione, saturated fat and taurine? Show me the studies! Meanwhile, half of Americans aged 18 to 29 are still living with their parents. A figure that's increased from 38% in the year 2000. They call them kidults. Crippled by student debt and unaffordable housing, they don't have the money to fly the nest and grow up. But let's face it, that's not the only reason. There are countless men who have left home, but they're still kidults, trapped in a permanent state of adolescence well into their 30s and 40s, spending all their disposable income on Lego sets, Star Wars action dolls, and Funko Pops.
Hello, my YouTube friend.
Wow! Kidult men are shelling out so much money on toys, they're basically keeping the industry afloat on their own. They're now responsible for 1/4 of all annual toy sales. $9 billion worth. The definition of adulthood has definitely evolved, said Jeremy Padua, chief brand officer at toy company Jazzwares. What it used to mean to be an adult was to be a very upstanding, serious member of society. And to do that, you had to demonstrate it intellectually, emotionally, in every other single way. Now we feel a lot more free to express our fandom as part of our adulthood. Wojak expressing fandom as part of his adulthood 2022 colorized. I had no idea the famous Switch picture could get even worse. Masculinity just ain't what it used to be. Here in the UK, toxic masculinity is such a problem. They're dedicating teams of undercover police to deal with it. Man who catcalled woman in the street is one of the first in UK to get £100 fine for sexual harassment after he was caught in undercover police operation. Right, so we've just hit record high crime in England and Wales. The cops are solving 0.5% of car thefts. Major department stores have given up on calling police to catch shoplifters. Police are saying they don't have the resources to respond to burglaries anymore. But you know what they do have the resources to devote entire undercover teams to? Fucking wolf whistling. We've had decades and decades in this country of Asian male grooming gangs targeting young women and children. Authorities covering it all up. But when it comes to violent misogyny, you know what the real outrage is? Jeremy Clarkson did a mean joke about Meghan Markle. Scores of MPs want him banned from television. Scores of idiots reported him to the police, but presumably they were too busy going after the real criminals. Men who stare at women for a bit too long. Well, I guess they should have stayed at home and played with their Funko Pops. Have a Merry Christmas, everyone. Get early access to videos, exclusive live streams, and personally DM me. You've seen how much I get demonetized all the time. Well, this is how you support me. By subscribing at pauljosephwatson.locals.com. Please click the link in the description.